Welcome to the Real Film Nerds Podcast.
Hi, everybody. Welcome, one and all, to, I don't know, I think it might be our first horror movie of the year.
Is it our first horror movie? Dude, Sinners was a horror movie, kind of.
You count that as a horror movie? I guess.
I mean, I don't know. It wasn't scary, but I don't know. I have vampires, dude.
Is it horror? Do they call it horror? Mike, Google, quick, get on it.
Okay. On to the internet.
To the internets. So, anyways, welcome to Real Film Nerds Podcast, episode number 423. As you already heard, Mike Talent is Googling, and he is not very good at Googling tonight, as you will find out later in the podcast. With us, as always, the lovely, the beautiful, the talented, crotchety old biddy, Ma Hinshaw. Happy after Mother's Day, Ma Hinshaw.
Yes, thank you very much for the after Mother's Day greeting. I appreciate that.
Do you know what I screwed up on, Ma?
Everything?
Wow.
Wow.
No,
Wow.
I don't know.
Mike, do you see why I cry myself to sleep every night?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
She's a mean old biddy. She loves you. She hates me. But
I
no,
don't hate you.
I forgot to call Mike's mom and wish her happy Mother's Day. Now I feel terrible.
Oh, that's horrible.
I can't live with myself.
No. But you did call me, so okay.
So
I
that makes
take it
up for it.
back.
I called my own mother, but I didn't call my second mother.
No, you didn't.
Okay,
She's
well,
gonna be
anyways,
mad.
enough of these shenanigans. Let's talk about the real subject here, something way more important than mothers. Mike, why the hell did we have to go see Clown in a Cornfield?
Dude, because I wanted to see it. It looked okay. And
It looked okay.
you know, I don't know. There wasn't much else coming out, and I was like, why not? Clown in a Cornfield.
And Ma Hinshaw, what's the rating on Rotten Tomatoes for Clown in a Cornfield?
Well, I'm shocked. I Googled it and it was 94%. I don't believe that. But anyhow, that's what Rotten Tomatoes had.
Mike must have been the only one that reviewed it on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's it.
Wow. I feel like this is going to be an interesting podcast already.
So, all right. Well, Mike, before we get rolling into it, why don't you break down Clown in a Cornfield?
All right. So this movie is directed by Eli Craig. It was written by Carter Blankard, Eli Craig, and based on a novel by Adam Cesar. This movie's starring Katie Douglas, Aaron Abrams, Carson McCormick, Vincent Muller, Kevin Durand, and Will Sasso. A fading Midwestern town in which Friendo the Clown, a symbol of a bygone success, reemerges as a terrifying scourge.
Okay, so we all know Mike loved this movie. So, Ma Hinshaw, why did you hate this movie?
I did not hate this movie.
Is it because you
It-
like clowns?
Oh yeah, I like clowns. They're not scary to me. Even though they are to a lot of people, they don't like them. But anyway, no, it just was really slow for a while there, from the beginning to probably the middle or something. It kind of poked along, and then it got good. So like you were saying, probably the last 45 minutes to an hour was really good, but part of it wasn't. So it was okay. I just wasn't real excited about it.
All right, so Mike, you love this movie. 98% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I enjoyed it, Matt. It reminded me of the bygone era of the slasher movies. But one thing I really, really enjoyed about it,
Don't spoil it,
I don't think it's a spoiler. I don't know.
Michael.
Well, anywho, I felt like it was a little bit better on some things, and I don't know. I thought it was kind of fun. You know, it was missing a little bit of the bees, but we'll get to that in the spoilers.
A little bit. It was missing 2 big B's.
Yeah.
Or shall I say D's?
All right. Well, other than that, Jesus. All right. Other than that, man, I don't know. I didn't think it was a bad movie, so it could have had a little bit more humor, but I think it had a decent amount of humor in it, and I don't know. So I had fun.
So I thought Clown in the Cornfield was decent. Not my favorite, not the worst. I was actually surprised at what the topic eventually turned out to be. That is a super spoiler. That'll be at the end of said podcast after we do our fun little thingamabobbers. But acting was pretty rough. I'd say the first hour-ish was very dull and draggy. But once you complete the entire film, you understand why, because they're trying to be tropey and follow all of the horror film kind of things and build it up and lead you in and not tell you too much, but tell you enough. And they were trying to build up the mythology like typical 80s, 90s horror flicks, slasher flicks. And then when we get a nice, big, shocking reveal in the cornfield, with about 45 minutes to an hour left, then the movie takes a hard turn left and starts getting really good in my book. So I will say it's decent. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. Will I buy it? No. Will I ever watch it again? Maybe, if it's on TV. Should you go to the theaters and watch it? Yes. If you're a horror movie fan, I think it's a must watch. And I reviewed it on the radio, and everybody was like, oh, that movie sounds like crap. And then I told them what the movie was really about and spoiled the shit out of it for everybody. And they're like, oh, now I want to go see it. I'm like, well, yeah, because I spoiled it for you. The whole point was to go and be surprised by all these things. So, and we'll get into that in the spoiler section.
Okay. All right, Matt. Well, I guess I don't want to say too much more. So I think you're looking pretty thirsty over there. You're on the beach and you're bringing out the gun show. So I think you're pretty thirsty. You're going to start doing your 16-ounce curls, right?
Yes, Mike. Are you trying to say?
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah. What are you drinking this fine evening, afternoon, morning?
There we go. Got it, Mike. I am drinking what in the Jeep community we affectionately call, well, at least my Jeep community, we affectionately call road sodas. I'm drinking blueberry Trulies.
Okay. All right. Cool.
So no Blantons. I'll get to it. I'm slowly getting to the back of my storage shed. I'll get to it, Mike.
Okay. I don't know how you have time to do that with your.
I don't.
You got your rattlers and you got, the real estating, and now you have unpacking.
Well, I'll put it this way. I don't have blinds on any of my windows, and so I feel sorry for my neighbors.
I feel sorry for you when the sun comes up, dude.
Oh, no. I got that taken care of. I got Home Depot boxes covering that window. So at least they don't see that. But when I get up in the middle of the night to get a drink and, they call Little Matt is flailing around. I mean, there's not much flailing, but I feel bad for the neighbors seeing me wander through the living room and the front porch and all that stuff. Well, no, not the front porch. That's a little too far. But yeah. They're just like, oh, Jesus, get some blinds, man. Because, literally, I thought I lived in where all the old people were. No, I really live where all the old people are now. There's about 10 or 11 houses on my street, and 8 of them are all retirees. So, yeah, they don't like that I'm up past 5 o'clock.
Okay, yeah, they
True.
probably want you to turn that TV down. It's too bright.
You're right. It's like the sun coming out. Anyways, all right. Well, Mom, Ma's getting shit faced today. Ma, what are you drinking?
Cranberry juice and vodka
So Ma
mixed
Hita is
together, and I
drinking
don't know what the heck you call it.
a
So
vodka
whatever.
cranberry. It could possibly be a Cosmo, but you got to put more things into it. So it's a vodka
Oh, I
cran is
don't
what we
have more
call it
things.
in the
Oh,
industry.
okay. Oh, okay.
Okay, so since I went to you, Ma, guess what you have to ask Mike?
Mike, what is your fabulous dad joke of the week?
Well, she dropped the ball on that one.
I
Uh,
always
It's
do.
actually supposed to be Mike, what are you drinking too?
yeah. So,
Oh, I'm sorry. Oops. Sorry.
so
What
I'm
are you
drinking one of
drinking?
those IPAs again, Matt. It's a double IPA. It's called Florida Man.
Florida Man. Very
Ooh, that
appropriate.
sounds
And I think
fun.
we've talked about that before, like the show, so I'm not going to ramble on about that. But yeah, very appropriate. I like that. That works, especially with this movie.
Yeah.
So,
All right, there you go.
okay, all right, Mom. Now you can go ahead and do it. Go for it.
I never say it right, though. I'll never.
Well,
I
you
don't
say,
know.
Mom, you're perfect. You say everything right. Do you want me to do it if you're not going to do it,
Well, you do it this time. Go ahead.
Mike? Here, Mom, watch, listen, and learn. Mike,
Yeah.
what is this week's incredible dad joke?
I got dad jokes, I don't think they understand though. Gotta think I'm funny, other people never laugh though. Dad jokes.
Oh, well, thanks for asking, Matt. What is a mouse's favorite game?
Hide the cheese,
Close.
Mom. All right, thoughts?
Hmm.
It's hide and squeak.
Hide and squeak.
Oh,
Damn.
hey, I
And
like
that
that
is from
one.
the book right there. Mike has the book in his hands for those of you who are not looking, which is all of you.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm not even.
all right. So now the bane of Mike's existence, especially this week, the first time in a very long time, we do not have a direct one of these, but he'll wing it. Mike, how does Clown in a Cornfield relate to the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Yeah, so I ended up delaying the recording of this podcast trying to find this one because I was a slacker and I didn't do it when I should have earlier. And I wasn't really able to find a direct correlation to an MCU movie, so I found kind of a tangential, like a sideways, depends on what you're looking at kind of one. And one of the composers, Brandon Roberts, worked on Logan as a composer, and since there's Deadpool and Wolverine, which is part of the MCU now, and that was still played by Hugh Jackman, I think it's kind of like all of that got sucked into the MCU universe. So I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. It is. It's tangential, but we're just gonna have to do it. So that's the rough MCU tie-in, Matt.
I am disappointed, Michael. Next time, you know better. Historically, for those of you who never listen to the podcast, when Mike picks a movie and I don't pick a movie, 95% of the time, it doesn't have a Marvel Cinematic Universe direct tie-in. And so you should have known better and started looking like the instant he said what movie it was last week. But it's okay, Mike. We'll let it go.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people made this, and there's a lot of people that worked on a bunch of movies, but I couldn't find any MCUs.
Nothing direct. Nope. So, well, very good. We are now officially in the spoiler zone, as Mike likes to call it. Do, like the Twilight Zone, right?
Oh, yes, that's what I call it. That the spoiler zone.
The spoiler zone. All right. Well, who wants to go first?
I'll go. So Matt, what I was alluding to earlier, and I didn't want to say because I wasn't sure if it's quite a spoiler or not, but I really liked our main character, mostly because she was strong, like she was like a very strong character and smart, and ironically never tripped in a field or anywhere when running, which I thought was great. So, I don't know. I thought that was pretty cool. I also really enjoyed, even though, like you said, it took a little while and it was maybe a little bit slow while they're kind of building up the story of this movie, was when all those clowns came out of the field, dude. That was awesome.
Oh, that's what I was talking about earlier. That's when the movie turned completely hard left, because they did it on purpose, and I explained it to Lisa and Drugel and Barry on Friday, that Clown in a Cornfield is a misdirection for the entire film, because at one point there's like 20 that come out of the cornfield. And so it should have been clowns in a cornfield, but that's the point. It's misdirection, and that's when it really started getting very, very good. And then you find out, I mean, super spoilers, I guess, but you find out that the movie, it's a horror movie, but it's not really a horror movie. It's about the parents and their hate for their children's generation. I mean, they literally are killing their own children. And it's because they think their generation is so freaking screwed up. And I thought that was pretty wild.
Yeah, no, it was wild. That was a wild storyline.
But I mean, I understand the first hour, you got to world build. This is a new universe. This is a new villain. This is all new stuff. And so they had to world build. And then they were doing the tropes, Oh, look, it's the 90s slasher flick, and then it cut to today. And, the other horror, dad and daughter moved to a new town and mom died. And, those are all tropes. And I think it delivered well, because it was quite boring and built up. And then right when they come out of the cornfield, it's like hard left. Now the movie's getting real good. So I honestly, I feel like Eli Craig did it on purpose.
Yeah, I mean, I think some of that. I mean, even, did you hear one of the characters when they were running through the field? She's like, oh no, this is like one of those 80s slashers movies. I'm next.
Yeah, that was so funny. There was that's one thing I wish there was more humor in it. There's a good amount, but I wish there was more.
Yeah. Dude, what'd you think of that head like flying out? I guess that's right when the clowns come out of the cornfield.
Oh yeah, that was the boyfriend, and they cut it off when he was in the garage. Oh yeah, that was funny. And then they're playing with it. That was from another movie where they did that, where they were playing with a real head and they thought it was fake, and then they tasted the blood and they're like, "Oh no!"
Yeah,
what movie was that from?
I don't know what that was, dude.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
I think so.
It was a comedy too. You know what it was?
Like Idle Hands or something?
No, it was Ben Stiller movie. The war movie. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Oh, really? The one with Tom Cruise in it?
Yes, and you could not make Thunder. Thunder something. I'm forgetting the name of it. Dang it. Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder.
Got it.
Yeah.
Took a minute.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Squirrel. I had to get the squirrel warmed up. I had to get the nuts up for the squirrel in the brain. But yeah, Tropic Thunder. And yeah, they do that. And remember, they're like playing with it because the dude stepped on a landmine and they're like, "Oh, this is so real." And then he picks it up and like shakes it, and like brains fall out into his mouth, and then he starts spitting because he's like, "Oh no, this is real."
Yeah.
That's totally from Tropic Thunder. Yeah. God, that movie was great, man. We should do that one of these days for a legacy cast. You should not do that movie today. And you know what I think is interesting? And Ben Stiller has publicly come out and said this, that he will never apologize for that movie. He thought that shit was great.
It was great.
Robert Downey Jr. in blackface. I mean, it's quite upsetting by today's standards. So
yeah, it's not that long ago, man. I don't think.
It's been over 10 years.
All right. whatever. Anywho,
Oh, great. Hold on. I'm going to mute myself. Mom, can you talk? Let's go, Mom. I
Yes,
want
I
your
can talk.
opinion.
yeah, drop some
My opinion.
spoilers.
Well, my thing was, and after, I don't know, talking with Matt and all sorts of stuff, I went in that thinking it was a really serious, scary movie type thing, like Friday the 13th or something or other. But I really think it was meant to be humorous in many ways, which is kind of weird considering, the blood and guts and everything else. But the jokes were really, really funny. I thought a lot of it was really, really good. But the laughs were all, like I say, the last part of the movie and stuff. But that's why I think old people like me might have just, sit there and go, oh, this isn't any good at all. But then when you get toward the end, it gets really funny. And the comparisons of the now generation to way back when, a lot of the jokes and stuff were really a hoot. I really loved that,
Ma Henshaw, did you just call yourself old?
Yeah, I think I'm old. Now, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty old.
How
Yep.
dare you? I'm the only one allowed to call you old here. And Mike, you can't call yourself old. How dare you?
Oh, okay. I will quit it then.
So, did you
But
enjoy
yeah.
the movie at all?
Yeah, like I say, I enjoyed the last half or whatever. That was fun. In fact, I didn't think it was all that bloody and really bad,
No,
terribly,
it's not really that bloody. I think besides
Mm-mm.
the head thing and like a little bit of the treating the wounded guy, like at the doctor's office, like it's not really
Right.
that bloody. No.
Well, I mean, there's murderings and there's blood. Like when he cut his head off, there was blood everywhere. And,
Yeah.
when people are stabbed and shot and stuff, there's blood, but it's not like slasher flick blood.
No, it's not
No.
overly. It wasn't overly crazy. I mean, I guess besides the head cutting off stuff, like it wasn't overly gory, I guess.
Well, and I have a problem
Yeah.
with that because they dropped a saw, and no, that's not how saws work. They're not super sharp. The saws, you got to slowly go back and forth on someone's head. It just doesn't. No.
Well, I have issues with the saw. Well, the isn't that saw? Whatever. Chainsaw, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, those critters are really heavy. And yet that dude was carrying that thing around like it was styrofoam. And that one made me really laugh. I'm sorry.
Matt, speaking of chainsaws, did it kind of remind you of like Halloween Horror Nights when there's like all these people with chainsaws like running after people?
No, it reminded me of Elon Musk.
Oh.
What?
But yeah, no, that is fun at Halloween Horror Nights when you go through the different scare zones. What year was that? Was that the first year I came out, or the second? It might have been every year.
Well, there's, as far as I know, there's always some aspect of that, but like sometimes they're dressed as like one time they were clowns, sometimes they're zombies. Like there's some aspect of it.
One year we went through the area that's the Simpsons land, and
Yeah.
there was girls dressed up like Lollipop Chainsaw. I really like that. That was kind of fun. Lollipop Chainsaw is a video game character, Mom, where it's a young girl dressed up in a cheerleader outfit, but she's basically a badass running around killing zombies with chainsaws. And
Oh,
there was
cool.
girls doing that, and they were running up, and what they do is you walk through the scare zone and they sneak up behind you and they just fire up the chainsaw.
Wow.
And it just freaks people out. But there's no
Oh.
chains or anything on them. They just make noise. But
Yeah.
I just find it funny. I mean, I wonder how many starters and spark plugs they go through on those things.
Dude, I have no idea. That's a great question. And like how often they have to go and get fuel? They're like, oh man, I'm out.
Yeah, because I mean, they don't mess around. Like they pull it once and it fires right up. It's not like when I'm
That's
trying to fire up a
unreal.
lawnmower or a chainsaw or anything where it
Yeah.
takes 300 times and it still doesn't work.
Yeah. Well, let's see. What else?
Oh,
Oh,
I can What? I better not. Maybe that's a real spoiler.
I already really spoiled it. What, Ma? Go. Mike
Has
interrupted you,
anybody
and you
ever
interrupted him.
sat in a very old Volkswagen,
Yes.
like 1960s something or other, vintage Volkswagen?
Yes, my friend Brian, who you know that gave you the buckle,
Uh-huh.
he has 3 Volkswagen Bugs right now, and one
No.
of them can jump about 50 feet in the air.
Wow. Well, I rode in the really old ones when I was young, and those darn things, I've never seen one of them start up right away. You know what I mean? It's always, okay, let's try it again. Okay, guys, give it a push and it'll get going. Well, maybe they're Volkswagens. My friends were just very old Volkswagens. But, you know, in the movie, that critter starts up right away. Shocker.
Well, I think that's what they were using to drive around in, because it didn't look as bad in clown outfits driving around in a clown car. And it was
That's
a company
point.
car. It was whatever the company, the Friendo, what, I don't remember the name of the corn company.
I forget, Cornfield, or it was something silly.
No, I thought it was something with a B, like Bay Pen,
Bay Hill or something. Was
Bay
it Bay
Hill or
Hill
something, yeah.
Corn? I don't know.
Bay Pen, Baypn, Bay
Oh.
Pen Corn Syrup Factory in Kettle Springs. I mean, the puns for corn is hilarious.
Just funny as heck.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Bay Pen. And yeah, it was Friendo was the name of the clown. And so it makes sense being dressed up in Friendo, driving around in the clown car. So they wouldn't get as pulled over. So I think it was running. I don't think it'd been sitting there forever, not running. So,
Well, okay, but every time we'd get in that Volkswagen, it was the same thing. Oh my gosh.
my friend Brian's fires right up. But again, he has about $150,000 Volkswagen Bug. So,
Oh well.
yeah, he has 30 inches of travel on it.
It's pretty silly.
Oh, dude. When we go out four-wheeling, he just leaves us all behind because he's just so bored by the rest of us crawling, because he just rockets over everything.
Nice.
Like, I've watched him jump it at least 20 feet in the air.
Wow.
Gee whiz.
And my friend Brian is very retired. He is not a young guy, and he still does this stuff. He used to race Supercross when he was in college aged.
Wow.
Boy, he sounds like a really fun guy there.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Brian's a cool dude. I would love to get him on the podcast, but he won't ever do it. I try to get him on the radio, and he won't do it either. He's my friend that worked in Hollywood for many, 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 many years. So, anywho,
All right.
Mike, what else do you want to discuss about Clown in a Cornfield, or do you want to go to bed already because we took way too long to get started?
I don't think I have anything else. That was pretty much it. I enjoyed our strong character, like how she didn't trip and all that stuff. Like, even though they were making fun of a lot of the tropes and stuff, it was still like, I don't know, she was just tough and resisted stuff. And like, I actually enjoyed the little like kind of build up stuff where the kids were making those prank videos to try and become viral or whatever, and like they scared the crap out of her.
YouTube stuff. Yeah.
I really actually liked that. I thought it was a good tie-in to like today's youth and growing up and stuff. So like, I thought that was good.
No, I thought it was really good, and this whole film is about the generations. It's more about that than it is about the murdering and horror and all that stuff. It's about how no one likes the current generation, really. I mean, I know my mom doesn't like my generation. She doesn't like us, Mike.
Oh,
right.
I do too.
I mean, we're millennials. We're like the worst. They blame us for everything.
Well, no, I think Gen Z's getting a lot of flack now. So I think
Finally,
yeah.
I mean, they made a movie about it.
They did?
Yeah, Clown in a Cornfield.
Oh, that. Yeah, right. Okay.
The movie we're talking about, Ma Henshaw.
I know, but I don't want to give away everything, but yeah.
I don't think you're giving away much at all. Okay, what else would you like to add before I get Mike's rating?
Well, okay. I just loved how how she was trying to run away and gets into the truck or something, and it has stick shift, and the panic of I don't know how to do this. Oh my God, great, just fun.
Well,
And
that's the generational thing again. Yeah.
hmm yeah, I thought that was a real blast. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, but her dad was about to teach her.
Well, and then you had the rotary phone thing, and they couldn't figure that out.
The rotary phone thing was hilarious, dude.
Yeah, and all that was really fun. It was funny and fun. Yes.
Well, and it all
Absolutely.
has a purpose. It all builds up to why the kids are dying, because their own parents are killing them because they hate their
They can't
generation.
stand them. Yeah.
I mean, if you look back at it now and think of all those jokes and stuff, it's definitely like leading you. It's trying to tell you this is what's coming, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, I thought it was really good from that standpoint. But that was, like I say, the second half of the movie, pretty much. Yeah. Anyway.
So, all right, Ma Henshaw, how many cookies do you give Clown in a Cornfield?
All right, don't hate me.
Too late.
Don't throw stuff at me. I give it a 2.5 because I just really didn't understand about it. And then I liked it, but I really thought it was going to be a lot of frightening, scary, killing stuff. And really, I didn't frighten me much at all. Sorry. So that's my call. 2.5 cookies.
Mr. Talent, what is your rating?
I had a great time watching this. So I'm going to give it 3.5 reels. I almost said cookies.
You can say
yeah.
cookies.
No, it was great. It was, not a bad horror movie, and I just wish it had a little bit more humor. And of course, Matt, we forgot to talk about the 3 Bs. It was missing.
Yes, Mike.
The
please.
boobs.
It was missing the double D's.
Yeah,
Boobies. We had blood, not a whole lot, but we did have blood.
We had blood. We had beast. Multiple beasts.
The friendo, the clown, but no boobies. And I looked up how old Katie Douglas is, and she looks like she's about 15 in the movie. In real life, she's 27.
Whoa.
She was born in... Oh, where was it? Dang it. I thought it was on IMDb. Born October 19th, 1998. That would make her 27 this year. But she's little. She's real little. She's 5 feet tall.
Oh, man. That is teeny.
So I think that's what makes her look like she's a kid. But
That's very good, too.
26 now, 27 at the end of the, towards the end of the year. But yeah, October 19th, 1998, she was born, which makes me feel really old.
Yeah.
So.
Well, at least she wasn't in the 2000 years. That's good.
No, that's good. Yeah. So, but anyways, all right. So I give it 3 ears of corn.
Oh, all right.
No, 3 reels. I thought it was good. I thought it was decent. I had a good time. It was fun. That first hour dragged ass, but I understand. I think the premise was really good. I'm not a huge horror movie fan to begin with, like Ma Henshaw and you. But honestly, I think there probably will be a sequel. I don't know if financially there will be a sequel, but I think the opportunity is there to turn this into a franchise if they wanted to.
Yeah. Yep, for sure. So.
Okay, Mike. So I screwed up again. I'm going to let you pick the movie 2 weeks in a row. Don't make this a habit. I think the movie you're picking, you can tell who is in the MCU just based on the poster. But Mike, what movie are we going to review and watch and chat about next week?
Well, we're gonna watch the Netflix original movie Havoc, starring Tom Hardy and Oh, who else? I forgot all the people. But there's
Justin Cornwell,
yeah.
Timothy Oliphant,
Ah, yes. Yeah. So
Forrest Whitaker.
mm-hmm. So this movie, what is it? After a drug deal gone wrong, a bruised detective must fight his way through a criminal underworld to rescue a politician's estranged son, unraveling a deep web of corruption. So,
Well, all right. And it's directed by one of my favorite directors, at least in the Star Wars franchise, Gareth Evans. I believe Gareth did that. Or am I wrong? Might be wrong. Nope, I am wrong.
oh man.
It's a different Gareth. Damn it.
Okay.
Oh, well. I don't know who Gareth
Oh, well,
Evans
this guy
is
did
then.
the Raid and the Raid 2? Awesome.
Yes. But yeah,
So-
no, I thought it was the guy that directed Rogue One. I'm forgetting his last name then. I know it's Gareth, but yeah, whatever.
All right. Okay. Well, I think with that, I'll let everybody go. Make sure to follow us on the socials, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or X, or whatever. And we'll catch you on the next pod. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to The Real Film Nerds. Now, don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Real Film Nerds. Now, go out and catch a movie.